The NBA world is trying to move past this moment, but the impact is already impossible to ignore. Spurs icon Sean Elliott shocked fans when he called out the problems with players who came through the AAU system. But he didn't stop there. Elliott made an even bigger statement by saying Victor Wembanyama has already surpassed the level of many American-born players. That comment sent shockwaves across the basketball community, sparking heated debates throughout the league. And this is where the whole controversy began.
He has a Kobe-type mentality. He's had it from day one.
The entire NBA community has been talking non-stop after a Spurs legend decided to say what many fans have been thinking for years. Sean Elliott appeared on an interview with Basketball Network, and instead of giving the typical safe answers that players usually provide, he delivered some very strong opinions about the current generation of NBA stars. Elliott made a huge comparison between Victor Wembanyama and Kobe Bryant, explaining that Wemby has shown the same kind of extreme focus, obsession, and relentless competitive mindset from the moment he entered the league. According to Elliott, that mentality is what separates true legends from everyone else. But the statement that created the biggest reaction came when Elliott explained that Wembanyama is different from many American-born players. He suggested that Wemby isn't focused on building friendships around the league or becoming part of the same superstar circle that many players follow. Instead, his mindset is completely centered on improving, competing, and becoming the best version of himself. That one comment immediately sparked debates across NBA shows, fan communities, and social media, with everyone discussing whether Wemby's unique approach is what could make him the next all-time great.
He's not concerned about being your friend or this guy's friend, or he does not care what anybody else is going to say. He just wants to win.
And just like everyone expected, the mainstream NBA media immediately started reacting. Many analysts criticized Sean Elliott's comments, claiming he was creating unnecessary division and promoting an outdated style of basketball. But what they completely ignored was the bigger message behind his words. Elliott wasn't simply attacking today's players. He was pointing out a deeper change that has affected the league for years. Victor Wembanyama represents something completely different from the modern basketball culture that has developed through the AAU system. While many young American stars grow up building connections, friendships, and personal brands alongside their basketball careers, Wemby has taken a completely different approach. The 7'4" French superstar carries himself with a level of focus and isolation that reminds many fans of the old-school greats. You can see it every time he steps onto the court. While other stars are laughing with opponents, sharing jokes, and creating pre-game moments together, Wembanyama often stays locked in, focused only on the mission ahead. He isn't in the NBA to build a social network or create a lifestyle image. His goal is simple: dominate, improve, and chase greatness. That mindset immediately brings comparisons to Kobe Bryant. Kobe never viewed his biggest rivals as close friends during competition. Players like Allen Iverson and Tracy McGrady weren't just people to admire. They were challenges he wanted to overcome. Every matchup was personal, and every game was another opportunity to prove himself. Now, many believe Wembanyama is bringing that same relentless mentality back to the league. To truly understand his mindset, you have to look at the similarities between his daily habits and the legendary competitors who came before him. What surprised many fans even more was how deeply Wemby respects Kobe's mentality. He didn't just watch highlight clips or admire the Mamba mentality from a distance. He studied the mindset behind it and applied it to his own career. When asked about the greatest players of all time, Wemby even ranked Kobe Bryant above some legendary Spurs figures, creating a huge debate among San Antonio fans, of course. Comparing a young superstar to Kobe Bryant is not about disrespecting Kobe's legacy. It is about recognizing that Wembanyama may be building his own version of that same relentless approach for a new generation. The biggest difference, however, is how Wemby leads. Unlike Michael Jordan and Kobe, who were known for pushing teammates through extreme pressure, Wembanyama has created a strong bond inside the Spurs locker room. He supports his teammates, builds trust, and embraces the team-first culture established in San Antonio. But that doesn't mean he has lost his competitive edge. Inside the locker room, his teammates are family. Once the game begins against another team, that friendship disappears. His focus turns completely toward winning. And when that mentality appears on the court, the results are impossible to ignore. During the playoffs against the Minnesota Timberwolves, Wembanyama became the center of attention after a physical moment resulted in a flagrant foul and his ejection. Instead of giving a typical media-friendly response, he stood firm and showed the confidence of an old-school competitor. Former players praised his aggressive approach, saying his physical style represents the return of a tougher era of basketball. His incredible defensive performances, including games where he dominated with multiple blocks, proved that his mentality is backed up by elite production. But the bigger conversation goes beyond just Wembanyama. Many believe the modern basketball system has changed the way young players develop. The AAU circuit has created a pathway where future stars grow up together, build friendships, and develop personal brands before even reaching the NBA. Compared to past generations, where rivalries were intense and players treated every opponent as a serious threat, today's league often features more cooperation and friendship between stars. After games, players exchange hugs, create content together, and maintain relationships away from basketball. The modern system also gives young players fame, sponsorships, and media attention before they have achieved major success. For some, the focus can become divided between basketball and the celebrity lifestyle surrounding it. Players today are not only competing on the court. Many are also building brands, creating content, and becoming public figures. Some believe this makes it harder to reach the extreme level of obsession and dedication that legends like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan displayed. This is exactly why Sean Elliott's comments created such a massive discussion. Many fans believe Victor Wembanyama represents something different. A player who is focused less on the spotlight and more on becoming one of the greatest competitors the game has ever seen.
Early on when we got him, I said he's not like these American-born players. He's not trying to be friends with anybody. He's trying to be friends with his teammates.
Wembanyama's journey has been completely different from the path many modern NBA stars followed. He was developed outside the American basketball system, playing professional basketball in France at a young age and competing against older, stronger opponents years before reaching the NBA. That experience shaped his mentality and removed him from the typical culture of friendships and comfort that surrounds many young stars. But the clearest example of Wemby's ultra-focused mindset came during his playoff battle against his own countryman and former mentor, Rudy Gobert. Gobert spent years supporting Wembanyama, guiding him and helping him develop as a young player. However, once the Spurs and Timberwolves faced each other in a heated playoff series, everything changed. Gobert admitted that their usual conversations had stopped because both players were fully locked in on competition. Their relationship remained respectful, but basketball came first. That level of separation between friendship and competition reminds many fans of Kobe Bryant's famous mentality. During the 2008 Olympics, Kobe faced his Lakers teammate Pau Gasol when Team USA played Spain. Despite their championship history together, Kobe made it clear that once the game started, Gasol was the opponent. He wanted to set the tone immediately and prove that winning came before friendship. Many believe Wembanyama carries that same competitive fire. And when it comes to international competition, another major storyline has followed him throughout his career: his rivalry with Chet Holmgren. While some media outlets portray their relationship as a friendly future rivalry between two young stars, many fans believe there is much more history behind it. The story goes back to the 2021 FIBA Under-19 World Cup final in Latvia, where a young Victor Wembanyama faced Team USA. The American team entered as the favorite, filled with highly ranked prospects. But 17-year-old Wemby delivered a legendary performance. He dominated the game with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 blocks, giving France a huge chance to pull off the upset. France eventually lost by only 2 points, but the performance announced Wembanyama as a future superstar. When the tournament MVP award went to Chet Holmgren, many believed Wembanyama viewed that moment as motivation. Instead of slowing down, he used it as another reason to push himself toward greatness. Years later, the media continued building the narrative around Wemby and Chet as the next great NBA rivalry. But during an interview, when asked about competing against Holmgren, Wembanyama gave an answer that caught everyone's attention. Rather than focusing on Chet directly, Wemby shifted the conversation toward the MVP on the court and explained that the biggest challenge was defending the player who controlled the game. His response showed his ability to stay focused on winning instead of getting caught up in individual comparisons. That mindset is exactly why so many people continue comparing him to Kobe Bryant. Wembanyama has openly talked about how much Kobe's mentality influences him, especially during difficult moments when his body is tired or his confidence is tested. This is the type of extreme dedication that separates great players from everyone else. And the difference becomes even clearer when looking at today's NBA All-Star environment. Many critics believe some stars treat the event as entertainment rather than serious competition, while Wembanyama approaches every opportunity as a chance to prove himself. Whether people agree with the comparisons or not, one thing is clear: Victor Wembanyama's mindset is unlike most players of his generation, and his obsession with improvement is what makes.
And shout out to Wembanyama, who's made this statement that he was going to play hard. It reminded me of the late, great Kobe Bryant at one time.
It is the same kind of relentless competitive mindset that fans remember from Kobe Bryant's legendary moments. Even in situations that were supposed to be casual events, Kobe treated every possession like it was the most important game of his life. That obsession with competition is exactly what many people believe they are seeing from Victor Wembanyama today. Wemby's dedication to becoming one of the greatest players ever has become almost impossible to match. According to stories around the Spurs organization, his commitment to training is so extreme that the team has had to encourage him to take breaks and prioritize rest. It reminds many fans of the old stories about legends like Tim Duncan and Kobe Bryant, who were known for spending countless hours in the gym when everyone else had already gone home. Kobe was famous for early morning workouts and his non-stop pursuit of perfection. Wembanyama appears to have that same hunger, a mindset where improvement never stops and comfort is never the goal. But the story goes even deeper. Before entering the NBA, Victor had a list of players he admired while growing up in France. These were the stars he looked up to and studied from a distance. However, after entering the league and seeing their habits, preparation, and lifestyles up close, his perspective began to change. He realized that some players he once idolized were not only focused on basketball, but also on building brands, maintaining fame, and enjoying the celebrity side of being an NBA superstar. For Wemby, that changed the way he viewed greatness. He became even more determined to separate himself through discipline and dedication. And it isn't only Sean Elliott who has noticed the difference. Many former NBA legends have been watching Wembanyama closely and recognizing that he brings a unique mentality to the game. Shaquille O'Neal even praised Wemby during a broadcast, highlighting his rare combination of size, skill, and basketball ability. Coming from someone like Shaq, a player who has often criticized modern big men for lacking toughness and relying too much on outside shooting, that level of respect shows just how special Wembanyama's talent truly is. Even while many legends believe today's NBA has become softer, they also see Victor as a player who carries the discipline, focus, and competitive spirit of basketball's greatest eras.
This game we're watching now, I don't know what the f*** we're watching now. This is terrible.
And Shaquille O'Neal didn't hold back either. He made it clear that the days of the American-born NBA superstar being the unquestioned face of the league may be coming to an end. For generations, the biggest names in basketball were players developed in the United States. Legends like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Magic Johnson who dominated the sport and defined what greatness looked like. But now, the balance of power has completely shifted. A new generation of international superstars has taken over the NBA stage. Nikola Jokic is controlling games in Denver with a basketball IQ that seems impossible to match. Giannis Antetokounmpo brings a level of physical dominance that overwhelms opponents. Luka Doncic entered professional basketball overseas at an incredibly young age, competing against experienced players long before many American prospects faced that level of competition. And now Victor Wembanyama has joined that movement, bringing a rare combination of size, skill, and an intense competitive mindset that has changed expectations for the next generation of players. Many believe the difference comes from how these players were developed. While some American prospects grow up inside a major AAU system surrounded by attention, sponsorships, social media fame, and future business opportunities, many international players develop through tougher professional environments where performance is the only thing that matters. That early experience can create a different mentality, one built around discipline, patience, and constant improvement. It is why some critics argue that today's young international stars are mentally prepared for the pressure of the NBA in a way that separates them from others. And that leads to the biggest question surrounding Victor Wembanyama. If he is already playing with this level of confidence, focus, and competitive intensity while leading a young Spurs team, what happens when San Antonio surrounds him with another elite superstar who shares the same hunger and mentality? The possibility of a future Spurs powerhouse has the entire NBA watching closely. Because if Wembanyama continues developing at this pace, the next era of basketball could look completely different from anything fans have seen before.